Awesome. Well, happy Thursday, everybody. It's Jody. I'm Jody Mulgrew. I know most of you guys. I'm looking to see if there's anybody that we haven't had an introduction from yet. Kathleen, did we get an introduction?
Oh, you haven't heard from me because I've been laid up with some sort of virulent virus.
Oh, I know they're going around. Well, Kathleen, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you're from.
Okay, I'm I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. So I'm a Midwesterner, and I'm a retired English teacher, high school and college, and I've taken a number of these courses. I'm very grateful of this program. It's wonderful, and you all sound like really great people. I've enjoyed watching the two recordings and catching up with everybody. And thank you so much. Fun fact, I have two very heavy kittens, well, cats. Somebody has like a under 3 pound puppy. I have an over 18 pound cat, and her sister's about 15 pounds. Oh my goodness. And I try to limit their food intake, but it's hard when they jump all over you and want you to feed them.
Yeah,
Anyway, good to see everyone. Thank you.
I
it's
have
great to have
three,
you.
I know, three cats, I know. Yeah. And one of my closest friends, a very close friend lives in St. Louis, so
Oh, wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Nice. Well, thanks for sharing, Kathleen. It's great to have you. Great to meet you.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you, Jody.
Welcome you into the fold. I know you've been watching the replays.
Yeah, I've enjoyed them.
Anybody else who hasn't had a chance to introduce themselves to the group and wants to, I know now is a good time to do it if you haven't had a chance yet. I think we've heard from everybody else. If you missed last week, it's good to see you guys. Um, what to say? We're gonna work out of the folk pop song, folk pop rock songbook tonight, and I did give you guys a little bit of homework last week, if you remember. Um, I One of the homework things, if I remember myself correctly, was that I wanted you to practice D chords in some way, shape, or form. Did everybody get a chance? It's okay if you didn't, but if you did, give me a big thumbs up. Nothing makes me as happy as seeing that thumbs up. Okay, cool. So maybe we'll do a little review on the D chords before we look at a song with them. Um, all right, just a show of hands, who's in open tuning tonight? Who is in open tuning? Not standard, but the open. Cool. Nice. Okay, thank you guys for sharing. Okay, I'm gonna be playing in open tuning on this little ukulele. This is my wife's ukulele. And so if you see me pick this one up, I'll try to announce. Oh yeah, this is me. This is Jody playing in open tuning. On the on my other ukulele, it's gonna be in standard. So I'm gonna switch between the two. If you have a request for me to do it one way or the other, I'm open to that request. Everybody else who's in standard, you guys are great. I trust that if you have navigated into standard, you kind of know your way around. We're going to start with, let's start with a little Taylor Swift, because I left Taylor Swift out last week, so we got to start with Taylor. I'm going to sing it in a lower octave with Paul. But maybe I'll flip up my voice up for the chorus. But I think the rest of you should be able to hit these notes pretty comfortably. I could hit them too, but it's late in the evening. So this is Shake It Off. How many of you guys know this song? This is kind of, okay. Okay, good. It's a pretty well-known song, right? It's like 10 years old now too, which makes me feel really old. I remember working in a restaurant in Nashville, which feels like it was just yesterday, but it was like 10 years ago. And I remember a Ukrainian gal who was like there working. She actually trained me at my job, and I remember like listening to her sing the song over and over and over again while we were like polishing silverware or wine glasses. Just a little bit of background on this tune. We're going to use three chords. The three chords on this are interesting, and I'm going to share my screen. If I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to probably come back and talk to specifically to the open tuning people. But these are this is our screen. Let me zoom in just a touch, and you can see we have these standard tuning diagrams for you, which will be helpful for all the standard tuning folks. We have a C chord, an A minor chord, and a G chord. And that is it. Those are the 3 chords that this song is going to use, which is pretty groovy. I think that the only thing that might be a little tricky for some of us, if we're not used to it, is playing that G chord. And that said, you could play your G7 if you were in a pinch. I'll put that out there. But if you have never played a G chord before, this might be a nice time to try that. So I'm gonna come back. I've given this little screen up here for my standard tuning people. I'm gonna change my screen now to what a G looks like in our open tuning. I'm kind of realizing too that this might be a little more difficult to start with than I planned, but I want to check out. Okay, I see some nods. Thank you, Kristen. I'm going to go back to my chord chart though, just to complete the idea. Let's look at our G in our open tuning chart. And then after that, we're going to warm ourselves up with something a little bit easier, and we'll come back to Taylor Swift. Thanks for hanging with me and understanding.
What we doing? Open or standard?
Pardon?
Open or standard?
We can do it. You can do it either, whichever one you want to do, Patty. But I'm going to share the open tuning chords. So if somebody's in open tuning right now and they're like trying to remember this pesky A minor with our 2 fingers, one on the 4th string 2nd fret and one on the 1st string 2nd fret, there's our A minor. But the one I really wanted to draw attention to, in any of these songs, you can play a G7 and it's going to work okay. But if you're trying to play this Taylor Swift song, you might want to practice playing with this G chord, which is not the G7, which you might be used to making here. I got my pointer finger on my F note. I've got my middle finger here on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. If you are at home and you're like, okay, well, I got my G7, how do I make a G? Well, for me, the easiest thing to do is actually use my ring finger here and put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So I've actually got 2 fingers on the 2nd string, but only the one that's furthest up the neck is ringing. And that's how I'm making this shape here, which is my G. I know this might be a little bit above some of your pay grade, but if you're in open tuning and you want to play just a G, not a G7, you can see here, this is the shape. Get it lined up a little bit better. And when I do that, sometimes I keep my pointer finger down here because it's not sounding on anything. It's just kind of reminding me where my F note is and where that is. In the Taylor Swift, it's like I'm going to end up coming back to that G chord and hanging on it for a little while. Okay. A quick question. I'm leaving that chord up there. I'm leaving the chart up there, but anybody have questions? I'm looking at your faces now. Anybody have a question about the open tuning G or about the standard tuning G? Okay. Yes, Tammy.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, so you said your middle finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret and your ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, right?
Correct.
So I'm not doing anything. This guy's just hanging out. My
Yep.
point. Okay.
Yep.
But then did you say something about the way that you were strumming? No, just regular strumming.
I mean, I'm just doing a regular strum. We'll find
Okay.
there.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that. Okay, thank you.
My pointer finger's so used to being here on this, on my F note on my 1st fret. I just sometimes, I just keep it there sometimes, just because it's like,
Okay.
because it kind of keeps me like, oh, if I had to go to an F, I've got it, or if I had to play F, I've got it. But yeah, you have that right. It's these 2 fingers.
Okay.
All
right.
And if you needed to do it differently, obviously, if it works for you to do it differently, that's fine too.
Okay, that works. Thank you.
Cool. All right. I said that. I got ahead of myself. We're gonna warm up with something nice and easy. Taylor Swift, she's gonna be waiting for us in 5 minutes. So, I love to start with Jamaica Farewell just because it feels good. What do you guys think? Okay, that's a good one. A good one to get us playing together. Okay, I'll stop the screen share. I think I just came in a little too hot tonight. I was just a little too excited. Didn't want to upset any of the Swifties out there. Here we go. Down the way where the nights are gay. We can do a down strum on this, like we've been practicing, or if you're at home and you're like, I want to change up the strum, a down up strum, the even down up strum will sound really nice on this. By the even down up, I mean 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and just that even strum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'll count us in, and 2 and ready and strum. 1 and 2. 1, 2, ready, sing. Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top. I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning round. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Sounds of laughter everywhere, and the dancing girls swaying to and fro. I must declare my heart is there, though I've been from Maine to Mexico. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning round. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Down at the market you can hear ladies cry out while on their heads they bear. Ackee rice, salt fish are nice, and the rum is fine any time of year. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning round. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Nice, everybody. I saw some nice hand movement out there. Some people doing some cool strumming. Hey, any questions? Any questions about that? Any comments about Jamaica Farewell? Okay, I have something I want to show you with Jamaica Farewell. This is just sort of a little bonus thing. For some of you guys are going to be interested in this. I think what you'll notice what you'll notice about this next thing is that there's a thing called an island strum. The island strum, I know some of you guys have learned it before. It's called the calypso strum sometimes, and it just kind of adds a certain something to some of these songs. Maybe you guys already know it. In our folk pop and rock songbook I borrowed from Cynthia Lynn, who's an amazing musician and an amazing online, ukulele instructor. And she has a whole tutorial on the island strum, and it's included in our book, and there's a link to her YouTube. This is a fun strum to get in under your hands, and it's kind of one of those like first advanced strums that students learn. So if you haven't learned it yet, you might want to look at that little tutorial. I'm going to play it for you right now and show you, just give you a preview of how that would sound on a song like Jamaica Farewell, because I think you'll notice it gives it a nice little flavor. Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning round. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston Town. So, if you knew it, if you already know that island strum and you're watching along at home, that's great. I hope maybe you're able to lock into our little groove. If you didn't, if you're looking at it for the first time, you might have noticed my hand is really doing a simple down-up strum, just like we practiced. It's just with the island strum, you only play certain ones of those down and ups. And so it gives it a whole different flavor. Also called a calypso beat, makes it perfect for this song. That's all. Your public service announcement about the island strum. We're going to move on to some Taylor Swift now that we're warmed up and feeling good. A stretch maybe outside of our comfort zones in more ways than one. And I just want to check in with Kristen. Kristen, I saw a comment in the chat. Do you have a question or a comment? I think you're still muted. Let me see. Can you post the finger chart quick? Yes, for finger chart for open tuning. Here we go. Let's look at open tuning, everyone. Going to share my screen. Here we are. And then, oh, you have Allie. Hi, Allie. So yeah, if you want to take some screenshots of this too, you can. I'm just going to go through. Here's our C, our F, our G7. If you're doing just the F note, you're going to want to just play this pointer finger, just that one pointer finger on the first fret of the second string. And then, if that's good, I'm going to just scoot down here just in case you guys... Oh, you know what? I really apologize. We were looking at standard tuning, weren't we? I'm sorry, Kristen. Let me scoot down a little bit more. Here we go. My apologies. Here we go. Our open C tuning chords. I'll let you take a little screenshot there. And thanks for asking. I know sometimes it's good review for us if we need to look at and study some of these charts. I'm going to scoot down a little bit more, Kristen, just to the next part with our A minor and our G, some other stuff there. Just grab a screenshot of that if you need. And then down here, open tuning, folks, if you're like wondering about tuning and that D chord, you didn't get a chance to practice it. It's a really easy, simple one where we just bar all of the notes at the second fret. And we will use that in a couple of our upcoming songs. Okay, thank you. Good. I'm going to cue us up with some Taylor Swift now. I've got a home hospital class I think I've told you guys about in other classes that I meet with once a week, and we have some girls that love Taylor Swift in that class, and some boys too. And so they were really excited to have me add this to our repertoire. They have me sing high in that class, man. It's like I'm singing Taylor Swift's, singing Justin Timberlake. They have me singing Let It Go from Frozen, of course. And here's Shake It Off. So if you just take a look at it, we have an A minor. Then we have a C. my apologies here. I'm going to just zoom out really quick because I know you got those standard tuning chords and those can be kind of distracting. I'm afraid that that's all I have all right on the page. Zooming back in. And then we go to our G, and we're going to hang on that G for a while. And each line of this song kind of has like the bulk of the words in this verse. They happen kind of before the progression, right? So I think even when it starts, it's like they kind of run us through this progression, and you can kind of see the whole song. If you're looking here with me, I'll zoom out just a little bit more. It's just A minor times 4 beats, C times 4 beats, and G times 4 2 times. So really that's 8 beats of G. And we're going to play like this. If you don't remember how it goes in your head, I'm going to sing just a little bit. I stay out too late, got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. Okay, just so you got the chance to hear that in my beautiful falsetto. I'm going to sing it an octave down. You guys can cover the high notes. We'll try that again. And just to warm ourselves up, let's play through that. See, at the very top, it's this whole song. We're going to use that as an introduction. So we'll start out with the A minor. Everybody. Oh, 1 and 2 and A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and C. 2, 3, 4, G. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3. Let's try that again with A minor. C. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 2, 3. I stay out too late. A minor. Got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. I go on too many dates, but I can't make them stay. And that's what people say. At least that's what people say. But I keep cruising, can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And haters gonna hate, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Ooh, ooh, heartbreaker's gonna break, 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 break. And faker's gonna fake, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Cool, okay, we got there. That's a good pausing point for everybody. How's everybody doing? Cool. This is, I see some thumbs up, I see some to the side, I see some down. It's good, we got the whole gamut. Let's do it again. We're gonna look at it again. Take a little deep breath. I noticed when I was strumming, even like with my count, and I was doing like 16th notes. I wanted to be playing like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and maybe you noticed that at home too. I was playing almost, it felt like a double time because I'm playing my 16th notes with this song. As opposed to 8th notes is usually with our down, up, down, up. Cynthia's asking, is it normally a fast tempo? Yeah, it's a lot faster than this. I just didn't want to leave anybody in the dust. But if I was going to play it at like Taylor's speed, I think it would be something like, I'm going to go back up here to the top just so you guys can look and hear it with it. It's like, I stay out too late, got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. Maybe even a little faster than that. Where I'm going to dial it back down a little bit, maybe split the difference in tempo. Let's try it together again. I'm going to change the standard tuning here so that my standard tuning folks can, you know, have a chance to see me playing that ook. And if there's no other questions, we're going to get right into it. Here we go. And we'll just start at the top now of the verse. You can even sing that little pickup before the A minor comes in. Like, I stay out too late, got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. I go on too many dates, but I can't make them stay. At least that's what people say. That's what people say. But I keep cruising. I can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the hater's gonna hate, 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 hate. Baby, I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, ooh, ooh. Heartbreaker's gonna break, 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 break. And the faker's gonna fake, 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 fake. Baby, I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Follow me to A minor. Shake it off, ooh, C. Shake it off, ooh, G. Shake it off, ooh, shake it off, try that again, A minor, shake it off, ooh, ooh, shake it off, C, shake it off, ooh, G, shake it off, ooh, ooh, shake it off, Nice. As you'll notice, that's all she wrote for this page. Which is to say, there's more to the song. There's another verse, which is great. I love the second group of verses. There's yeah, Pam's boys are loving this. Nice, guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it. You can play this. It's easy. There's a great second verse. I'm not as big a fan of like the middle 8 rap section. You know, it doesn't rank high up there with like high up there with my rap. I mean, as far as Taylor Swift raps go, it's pretty good, I guess. But there's a little rap part in the middle 8, and that little piece that we sort of vamped. It wasn't written on the page, but we just kept playing that chord progression, the A minor, C, and G. That's how it goes with like sort of after the chorus. They just sing that forever, you know. Shake it off, ooh, ooh, shake it off. Just goes on and on. That's how the song ends with that. So if you are interested or curious about more of the words to that, they're easy to find on the internet, but you've got the template now for the song. And if all you did was just the first verses and that chorus, tagging some shake it off. When we say tag in music, we always mean we take like the ending section and we tag it, we just repeat it. You just keep going all over and over and over again. That's what I was doing with the shake it off, just tag it. Cool. Any thoughts or questions about that? Cool.
Jody,
Yeah, Pam.
show us the finger position for A minor and open tuning?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Let me do both. I'm going to share it here on the screen as a diagram. I'll share the screen on the diagram, and then I'll show you my fingers and how they do it. A minor in open tuning is a little cumbersome, more so than in standard tuning. So it requires 2 fingers, and the 2 fingers it's going to use are my, really for like a good fingering, I'm going to use my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then my ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string to make this shape here. It's kind of a little bit of a bear to get it first. And if you were to look at it in chord diagram form, it's that first chord there in the lineup that is the A minor? So good question, Pam. Awesome, thank you. Cool. A minor is one of those chords that's actually easier in standard tuning. Just happens to be one of those chords. So I just want to take a moment to check in before we blaze ahead to another song. How's everybody doing? Cool. Be honest, how many of you guys like the Taylor Swift song? How many of you guys felt pretty good singing that? Okay. I see some shaking heads with grumpy faces, but I also see some people that are like, yeah.
It's a fun song to sing. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan personally, but I was able to play it and it's fun to sing, so.
Nice.
I know my kids are gonna love it like crazy. It was easy to play for me, but it's hard for me to sing. I'm like halfway. I can't hit the low notes if I do an octave down, and I can't hit the high notes if I'm an octave up. I'm like middle alto right there. Like
I hear you. I totally hear you. It stretches a little bit, right, Angie? It's like a little high to get up that,
yeah.
Cool. Well, no, I appreciate the honest feedback. It may not be for everybody, but if it is for you, like I saw Paul giving a good thumbs up, then just go at it and you just sing and just love it. You can do it for yourself. Okay, cool. So that is a fun one. Simple progression. If you can find songs that people love to hear that are those simple progressions, and by progression I mean the chords and how they're arranged, that's one that doesn't deviate. A minor, C, and then G, G. That's it. You can just go on autopilot. I think it's time for a little Old MacDonald Had a Farm. What do you guys think? No? Kristen, I thought it was a request. No? No. Okay, never mind. I won't.
I think she wanted the animal one. The animal stomp one. I think that's the one that someone requested.
Pam did request that. I just remembered that
Oh.
Allie liked Old MacDonald.
Oh, okay.
That child knows.
What?
That's the only song that child knows is Old MacDonald Farm.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We did ask for the animal freeze. So let's take a little, I know Pam wanted to see that. We mentioned it in our first class because Sue and Paul have had some fun times with animal freeze since we did it one class a long time ago. So a little break, a brain break, a body break. You don't have to get up, but you should. You don't have to stand up, but it'll feel good. Okay, this is the animal freeze. It's so great. It's a cappella. You don't even need an ukulele. But if you did need an ukulele, you just play your open C chord. There we go. I am gonna stretch out, get my body moving because I'm gonna use it. And this is the melody we're gonna use. Maybe you recognize it. Da 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 da. Who can name that tune? Come on, first person, unmute or in the chat.
Row your boat.
Yes, you got to win. You're all winners. So row, row, row your boat is our tune, and this is just a simple, fun brain break for kiddos. It's about moving our bodies and engaging different parts of our body, so we get that stimulation. And it's also about just having fun with the animals. And I think Sue and Paul can maybe speak a little bit more to this because they have some stories they shared the first week about, their kiddos getting really involved and getting to pick some of these ones and demonstrating the movements we're going to use. So I like to start out with the elephant stomp. So this is our animal freeze, everybody. And it's really easy to follow along. I want you to listen to my words. And as you learn them, I just want you to sing them. It's just really easy to repeat. We're going to go. Stomp, stomp, elephant stomp, stomp around the room. Elephant stomp around the room, but stop when I say freeze. Okay, great, everybody. Now we're going to dive like dolphins. Get your dolphin fins, all right? Dive, dive, dolphin dive, dive around the room. Dolphin dive around the room, but but stop when I say freeze. Okay, everybody, let's soar like an eagle. Maybe I'll say, yeah, soar. That'll work. It works. Good enough. Okay, we're gonna soar, soar, eagle soar, soar around the room. Eagle soar around the room, but stop when I say freeze. Yeah. All right, we're gonna relax our bodies. Anybody have another one that popped into their mind, or Sue or Paul? You guys have one you want a funny or one you want to share?
Horse or the cow?
A horse or a cow? You got it, Kristen.
She's asking for cow.
A cow. All right. What's a cow gonna do?
Moo, 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 moo.
Milk the cow.
I was thinking, Miriam, milk. Can we milk the cow? Let's do it. Let's do it. Milk, milk, milk the cow. Milk around the room. Milk the cow around the room. But stop when I say moo. Nice. Sue and Paul, I think you were going to jump in too.
We like to do penguins. Penguins waddle.
Nice. Waddle, waddle, penguins waddle, waddle around the room. Penguins waddle around the room, but stop when I say freeze. Nice. Cool. Well, thank you guys. I know it's really great and open-ended, and so you can keep coming up with ideas or open it up to the kiddos. It's a yeah, it's a fun one. Just with that row, row, row your boats, the melody, lots of repetition.
Yeah, the kids love to come up with their own animals, and then we kind of brainstorm as to what we're going to do for that particular animal. Whales was a problem, but we ended up doing blowholes and spouting.
Nice. Nice. Well, cool. So that was a little break too. I know maybe you feel a little more awake and ready for our next song.
But what about the another time? Can we do that? Zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon again. Kids love that one too. Yeah, zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Some people may not know it. That from this.
I love it. How about I put that in for week 4? We'll look at that next week, okay, Miriam? When we need our break.
Yeah, sure.
For your whales, whip your tail, whip it around the room.
Oh, I love it. Whip, whip. Yeah. For the whale. I love that. See, that's all it takes is a little creativity and a little thinking. You come up with all these fun ways to extend the song, to come up with ways to get everybody's favorite animal represented. And the beautiful part about it is it needs no ukulele. It's just a cappella, sing it in any key. Cool. Thanks for the reminder on that, Miriam, and thanks, Pam, for that request a couple weeks ago. Okay, we're gonna go back to our songbook because that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to strum. Let's take a look here at Tennessee Whiskey. I don't need to play the whole song, but I want to just look at it again. It's a nice reminder and chance to practice our A minor chord and our G chord. So if you guys want a little review about the A minor or G, just let me know right now. Otherwise, I'm just going to share the song. I know we were just playing it with I know that we were just playing it a moment ago, but if I was to show you here in open tuning, my A minor was this 2-finger chord with 2 fingers on the 2nd fret of both the 4th and the 1st string. And my G was kind of that weird shape of, like this, we're kind of looking at, where I've got one on the 2nd fret and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And then if you got it in standard, you got it in standard too. This is just a 2-chord song called Tennessee Whiskey, and we'll start it out. Starting with a G chord. 1, 2, 3, playing the G. up to the A minor, stay on the A minor, back to the G, and then Chris Stapleton, he sings. Used to spend my nights out in a barroom. Liquor was the only love I've known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Let's do that chorus again. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. A minor. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Cool. And we'll just end it there. Nice. I love those two chord songs like that, or I Would Rather Go Blind. I love them because they just have a feeling to them. You just keep playing those same two chords over, but you just really get soulful. All right. Now that you've stretched into that A minor, we are going to look at Stand By Me, which is actually the song I was talking about earlier, talking about the wonderful lesson that Cynthia Lynn gives on this about the island strum. Some of you have had me for other classes. They've seen this one before. Yes, I use this all the time. And I've got my 4 chords. These ones you see are written in standard tuning. But we've got our 4 chords, our open C. We're going to use our A minor in this one. We're going to use our F. And our G7. And it's just those 4 chords. There's a great bunch of information here that will make a lot more sense to you if you go to her YouTube channel and you look this video up. It's one of the most popular ones. It'll be very easy to find. But before we begin that, we can just kind of do simple strums here. I'm going to just do a down-up strum on my 8th notes. And I just want to check. Anybody have any questions or thoughts, concerns before we begin? Okay. Stand by me. Here we are together. I'm going to do a down, up, down, up, down. When the night. That kind of just nice, easy down, up, starting on my C. And we'll run through the progression one time, just so you can feel it. I'll call out the chords, but we're just going to play it as it's written. 1 and 2 and ready. C strum with C. A minor. To F. Then G7. G7. Back to C. 1, 2, sing. When the night has come, A minor, and the land is dark, F, and the moon, G7, is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't. A minor, be afraid, just as F long as you stand, G7, stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand F, G7, stand by me. C, stand by me. If the sky that we look upon, A minor, should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, A minor, stand by me. F, oh, stand, G7, stand by me. C, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, A minor, stand by me. Oh, stand, G7, stand by me. C, stand by me. Yeah, nice job, guys. Really great. That was sweet. That was really sweet. I share my screen and then I flip my screen to gallery view and I just watch you guys strum while we're doing it. That was really sweet. That was a good one. Any questions about Stand By Me?
Love it.
Nice. Nice, Pam. Nice. I see some other hearts. Also, a great progression that just repeats, you know? Just repeats through those same 4 chords. And simplicity, I think, is really like the helper here. And I know some of you guys don't have voices tonight because the crud that's going around. I'm sorry, it's hard. It's hard, so you just have to let me sing for you, let us sing for you. When you're not singing, sometimes too, it's like really counting and listening, like finding that thing. It's not as natural when we're not generating the melody, but your voice will come back, I promise. Now, there is, like I said, there is a video that Cynthia Lynn has, and I'll share it in the recap video for this week, just to give you guys a chance to go and practice that island strum if you don't know it already. The island strum is just a variation on what we were just doing with our down up strum, but instead of down up down up down up down up, it's a pattern that goes something like this. It goes down down up down up down down up down up. It's a little bit of a brain twister at first, but once you get into the groove of it, you guys are going to be so happy and proficient with it. It comes together really easy. Sounds great on a song like this, on a song like Jamaica Farewell. Really comes in handy in a lot of tunes. So, cool. If there are no other like official questions, I'm just going to stop the recording. If somebody wants to get in on the recording before the end of class, now's your time. But if not, I'm just going to stop that recording. And here we go.